Presented by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime Podcaster, this is Shonen Jumping the Gun, the show where we set our sights on the first chapter of a manga and decide if it's a misfire or a bullseye.
Let's see how many rounds are in this magazine.
On today's episode, get ready for an atomic brainbuster from space. This is Alien Headbutt. Dig it! Welcome, everybody. I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Moxidine, here with the stylin', profilin', manga readin', isekai needin', podcast feelin', wheelin' dealin', son of a gun, isekai sensei son of Brad.
Snap-a-doo, Slim Jim.
No, you gotta go, woo! I mean, he's also a piece of shit, but in a different way. And we are joined by who better than B? Nobody. Woo!
That's what we like. Canyon forever, baby.
Canyon, who better? And we are here to cover the final of our trio of new Shonen Jump manga, Alien Headbutt.
What a ride.
What a ride. I needed a wrestle manga, so I needed to invite a wrestle friend in to defend against Brad's anti-wrestle.
Anti-wrestle. What an absurd concept.
I don't have anything to say about
I know. It's
Of
just
theater.
the situation. But no, I'm gonna split the lead. I'm dying to talk about this, but we're gonna get through the boilerplate first. This was written and arted by Akira Inui, who, from my Googling, I could not find anything else. And by that, I mean usually the spots that I check only had Alien Headbutt listed, where usually it's like, here's a bunch of one-shots or something. So I don't know if they were assistants on things. I don't know if they're going under a pen name.
So we did find out with Underdoctor that that's a pen name.
Yes.
So, yeah, definitely could be. But if you Googled it and nothing about a pen name showed up, then we might not find out.
I mean, you might not know that information because the SEO could just be all, hey, there's this new manga coming out called Alien Headbutt, so...
There's two speculated things. I've not checked how much water there is to them because I'm not really doing this sort of thing right now. But there are people who are saying that they are potentially due to, I think, Twitter posts or the like, being said to be a former assistant of the author of Centuria, which runs on Shonen Jump Plus. And then there's also people who are spotting that they might be, because of stylistic equivalences, one of the assistants who worked on Fabricant 100, which kind of makes sense. They have commonalities with that author and with the author of Two on Ice, whose name I'm blanking on at the moment, but that's fine. And it
Not
does
art
make
styles that I was thinking about. Interesting.
El Gizmo was the author of Two on Ice. But the stylistic similarities there, and some people in the flop court have been posting like, oh, here's one shots that makes people think that these are the same authors. So there's stuff, but if it's not set in stone, you just sort of go like,
Let them rock.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I guess they do that because they're like, I'm in Jump now. This is a fresh start. So they gotta like use a different name.
I mean, maybe if
reason.
they don't want to have like the baggage, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes that can be helpful and sometimes that can be a hindrance. So
Oh yeah,
just
and
imagine
sometimes
being the Shadows Eliminators guy or the Gone Around Egg guy.
the sadder fact of the matter as well is a lot of people will use their actual names when they're working as an assistant, and then when they have actual employment, they go, oh, I don't want the freaks coming after me or my family. Time to have a pen name.
That's smart. That's why Oda doesn't show his face.
Too bad for them. The freaks will find you anyway.
Oh, won't they? Hence also why you can never quite be sure if like 80% of the speculated like female mangaka, and they have to say female because, you know, it's very Ferengi of them. Like they'll go, oh, they must be, but you'll never learn because they do not want dudes being weird around them.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. Valid choice. But no, Alien Headbutt dropped today, the day we were recording. The weather did not stop us this time, though it was still effing brutal. February 8th,
really cold.
2026. That's brutal. The wind is just will kill you. Literally.
Sun's out though.
The sun is out, which
Sun's
is
out.
nice. Guns out in this
That's
manga,
later.
but not in the world. If you go out with exposed guns, you will... Oh, that's got other connotations right now. Don't edit that out, but oh, goodness. Not intentional. But no, of our normal things that we've been covering for new things in Jump, the localizer is Casey Lee, who we have seen before for Ganran Egg, Star of Beethoven, Kaitagami, Shibi Ina Rooms, and Spy Family. Quite a high pedigree. And the letterer, who we've also seen before, is Phil Christie, that we might remember from Ikunin Bros, Harukaze Mound. I looked at the spelling because you have gaslit me in thinking I've been saying it wrong this whole time. But that's how do you say it, B?
Mound.
Baseball one. I walked.
You totally did.
I bumped my head into that so hard.
Harukaze.
Yeah, exactly. You tried to unintentionally or intentionally
I couldn't
gaslight
remember
me.
what it was.
I know, but you were looking at it one time. You're like, no, it's this, and you doubled down on a wrong one. As I've been consistently saying Harukaze Mound this whole time.
I don't remember that, but that's
and
totally
randomly
something I
you
would
went
do,
rogue
so.
a week or two ago, and we're like something else. And I'm like, have I been wrong this whole time? And it's like, no, the children are wrong.
Well,
And
I
the children are
specifically
Brad in
said
this case.
Hakutaku Mound.
You did. That's
That
not what
was
I'm
a
talking
joke.
about. No, that's not what I'm talking about.
That's
when you
worse.
follow up,
That's
when you
worse
followed
than
up, you
anything else you can
gaslit
say.
me. Autistic people playing baseball.
No,
Wait a minute, didn't we have Beyond for Hakutaku?
We did, and we had so much nice stuff to say that they
I know,
pissed away.
and they threw it all in the trash. Maybe it didn't even have it in the first place to even throw it in the trash. But no, Harukaze Mound, Hero Girl and Demon Lord Call It Quits, Kagurabachi, and many, many, many others, both in and out of Jump. So very well employed letterer.
Incredibly
So good on you,
prolific.
Phil Christie. We love an employed human getting paid, hopefully getting paid doing their job. But with that, unless we have any other business,
Well, so we had, this is the third one.
yes,
The first thing that ended that got replaced.
yes,
It was in my head and now it's
Harukaze
not.
Mound,
Was that the first one?
maybe.
I thought that was
Odor.
last
Odor
one.
was the first
Odor was
one.
first.
Yes.
Then Harukaze
Harukaze
Mound.
Mound.
There is nothing that got axed this week.
There is something that's coming though.
There is something
the
that's
Elusive
coming.
Samurai will be ending next week, I believe, which
That's
kind
what
of
I've
makes
heard.
sense because if you've been reading it, there's some stuff that means it has to end.
Interesting. Okay, excited. I'm literally Kingdom showed up on the Jump app in America, and I'm like, oh, I've been hearing about this, even though I don't know anything. I'll read it, and then I read all the chapters on there. I'm like, wow, I'm really in the mood for some more military movement manga stuff. So I'm like, oh, I should go back and reread and catch back up on Elusive Samurai now that it's over, because that was one where I stopped reading. I'm like,
It's so
I
good
can't
as
do this
well.
week to week. I can't keep track of all these people week to week.
But,
all together,
like-
hell yeah.
The thing is we're going wait, nothing's ended.
Yeah.
How are they? Where are they fitting this?
Because they want to. Good for them.
Matsui is one of the most successful weekly Shonen Jump authors of all time. So when he says, hey, I need a couple of extra weeks to finish this, they'll go, oh, we'll just increase the page count of the magazine for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So they're
'Cause-
literally just putting more pages in.
He's got 3 certified hits, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, which I don't think he's the only one to have 3 certified hits that aren't short stories, but he's one of the few.
Because a lot of times we keep talking about doing an arc that is the series after the big one. Like what the Naruto author did after Naruto and what Tite Kubo did after Bleach. And just because it's none of them
or
went...
what do you do after crap?
You forgot Toriko?
Toriko.
Yeah, that was the gag for that one is we were going to do Toriko because we already covered Build King. But if we did the other way around, we would cover Build King. But I'm sure there's more of them. But
There's worse things you can do than cover Build King, you know.
Well, that's good. We already did that.
We already learned
No,
that.
that's what I'm saying. You've got it out the way, and I feel like
Yeah.
you made the right choice to do so. You know, not to rebel against my my kind of my masters, are they? I don't
Your
think they are
patrons.
anymore.
Your
Overlord.
patrons.
Not to go differently from the people who I have worked on a show with before, but the Build King's fine. It's just stupid about color. That's the main issue it has.
So, do we have any other business before I start my...
Oh, yes, so the series is called Alien Headbutt. This is not to be confused with the Butt Ugly Martians, who were a CG cartoon
How
in
dare
the early
you.
noughties.
I thought we just talked about making sure to not remember certain things. So with that out of the way, we'll get to my Moxie's Mock Speed Macho Summary.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. February 10th, 2028. at 9:31 a.m. I love that it's only a few years in the future, and I love that it was specifically 9:31. On that day, on that island, something landed. Chapter 1, Closing Bell. At some point, all boys acquire their special power. Some shoot laser beams, other has flaming swords. But our protag-san... oh, shoot, I didn't think about how I said this. Oga Shirakiba. His special powers were wrestling moves. Young Shirakiba found a pro wrestling tape in his dad's desk drawer, and it made him want to become a pro wrestler. Now, age 15, Shirakiba tells his mom that he's going to be a fisherman? But I thought you wanted to leave the island and become a pro wrestler, his mom responds. Then his big family come home. 4 siblings in total, plus mom. And a really cute little goat, pet goat.
Meh.
The cutest. Every time I saw him, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Later with them finally all to bed, Shirakiba talks to his mom. Are you just giving up Tokyo and wrestling because you're worried about your siblings? Well, yeah, ever since Dad died, you've had to hold it down, Mom. Then Mom produces a ticket to Tokyo. You're going, we'll be fine. His younger brother Taiga awakes and informs Shirakiba that they already sent in his resume to Ultimate Japan Pro Wrestling. What a name. And that his physical test is in 3 days. You gotta go. Shirakiba thanks them, and he says he won't return until he's a champion they can be proud of. Cut to in the ring as Shirakawa, the Hellhound, is choking out the champ with a steel chain. I just want to take a moment. What a page turn. We're just like, he obviously will pick back up when he gets to the test. It's like, nope, we've skipped ahead to him violently choking out the champ, and I kind of love it. A violent, bloody battle of strength and will takes place until we cut away to the Ultimate Japan Pro Wrestling office where the chairman, Oneyashiki, sits telling his secretary that Shirakiba has left to show his family the belt. He hasn't seen them or spoken to them, I think it says in 5 years, to keep his fire going and his promise. Also, he doesn't drink and isn't as vicious as he seems in the ring. Back with the champ, Shirakiba, he's on a boat to... I was so nervous about saying this because it's too many syllables for my brain. Mukurajima Island, a.k.a. Corpse Island.
Yeah, I was going to say, just say Corpse
I'm going to say Corpse Island if I wrote it down again. Excited to see his family again. There's another dude on the boat who's also been away. He just won a $2,000 jackpot at Pachinko and is ready to splurge. It always feels like so much more until my brain does the calculation from yen into dollars, and I'm like, not that I would sneeze at $2,000, but it's like $200,000 and $2,000 are two very different amounts of money. When the boat drops them off, the driver is oddly quiet and ominous when he leaves. They're like, thanks for that, and he just doesn't say anything. He's like, that's weird.
It's weird to me that he takes them there, even though he seemingly knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, imagine, if you will, that in this series called Alien Headbutt, that this is either an alien or a headbutt.
More like a butthead. The gambling man offers Shirakiba a ride home in a rent-a-car. But wait, they find empty streets and in a big car accident. What happened here? And no phone signal either. Weird. And then a strange alien creature robot thing kicks the gambling man's head clean off in a sneak attack, killing him instantly. Again, another page turn that's just like, yo, wow. Because you're just like, wow, what's going on? Like, you think he had enough of a design that you were like, oh, maybe he'd stick around. He had a Jimmy Hart energy about him. Also, he had a weird Hitler mustache, but mostly Jimmy Hart. Then the alien thing and Shirakiba do battle, trading vicious strikes, which he is on the losing end of. Shirakiba, that is. He thinks about his family. Are they okay? As he lays bloody, he flashes back in his mind to his training with the chairman, who taunted him about giving up. He also remembers all of his family as he left the dock, and fires up both in the flashback, and now declaring, yo, I'm back from the depths of hell! And then he hits a killer lariat on the alien thing. He thinks about his family once more, taking a frame to think about each one individually, naming them, and then does the sickest German suplex, thus earning it an instant place in my favorite things of all time list, on the alien, a move he calls the GTH suplex, or the go to hell suplex! Oh my gosh, you have to understand how much I was screaming in my house when that happened.
I turned the page, I was like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was already because I was like, all he has when I sat down to read this, I said all he has to do is do a suplex and I'll love this manga forever. And then it's like he did a German suplex, my favorite kind of suplex, and then he gave it the coolest fucking name ever.
And correctly drawn as well.
Yes, somebody knows their moves. With the alien defeated, he vows to find and save his family, but is impaled by a weird tentacle thing from the maybe not as defeated alien thing. The chapter ends with a shot of the island from above as he maybe bleeds out from the hole in his chest. End of chapter 1. So, yeah, I already buried the lead. I love this manga. The amount of times when I was reading that I, like, screamed to the heavens out of just, like, yo! Like, at that volume, at that level of excitement, multiple times on multiple page turns. And I was like, don't get your hopes up about this one, Moxie. You're going to get disappointed. It's like, beyond that, like, so jazzed. So jazzed.
You could only be disappointed if it wasn't good.
I know, but it was good, though. But it was also, it gave me, this is the thing where it's like, oh, this is all my shit. This manga is for me. It's the me-shaped hole, Brad.
Okay. Do you want my controversial opinion now, or do you guys want to gush about it some more first?
We'll do like a nice sandwich. You can eat the shit filling.
I was just thinking about a sandwich.
This is going to be controversial, but I don't think it's a downer.
Okay,
so to speak.
I'm bracing myself. I will put you in a figure 4 leg lock.
I think this is what Dear Anemone was trying to be.
Yes, unironically, yes.
Yes, okay, no, that's okay. I was like worried you're gonna be like, guys, I think this manga's a mid, and I was gonna like float across like
no, like there were so many parallels that I saw,
You're
and
right.
every single one was like,
better.
This is better.
This is better.
This is better.
The setup
Just
of why he
over
was
and over
away,
again.
like
Yeah.
the fact that this is his home and that his family is here, is awesome. Is such a great and also that when you meet them, you're like, did you guys like the family? Because I love the family.
Yeah.
Even if
and
we only saw them
also
for a little bit.
And this is more of a like emotion thing than a like speaking about quality or anything like that. But the fact that we didn't get an answer to where his family was by the end of this chapter, I was like, ah!
Yes!
But like obviously that's a hook.
Yes.
And it's a really compelling hook.
Yes, because they're great. Like there's so many times when somebody gets that, like we have an intro where it's just like, oh, well, your siblings, you care about them, that's why you can't leave. And so many times I don't care about them from chapter 1. They're just so, they're not nothing burgers, but they're not like, I don't know if they're just not cute or the situation isn't like clicking my brain in, but this set I'm just like, I care about them and I'm excited to get to know them more later.
And the fact that like we're shown immediately like this is a high danger situation. This isn't like the kind of thing where it might be like, oh, the aliens came and they took slaves, so they're still they murdered that guy immediately. No questions
and we
asked.
also have no idea what's going on.
This is just high danger constantly.
Yes.
And so like what could possibly have happened to his family?
Yeah. What could have possibly happened to this island?
Yeah.
What's going on?
You also have to ask yourself, like, you're immediately given an idea of what could happen because you're given two immediate options. Number one, they done got killed. Number two, sure seems a lot like when these aliens lose, they have like their main body worm come out and try and possess someone so that they live on.
Yeah.
So it's like you could have an infested family who have no control of themselves now. We have mysteries.
We have such a, like, because the fact that it's like, we end with, he gets stabbed to the chest, and I don't know what's going to happen from that. Like, there's so many other first chapters that would have told about what the aliens were, would have confirmed if his family was alive or not, would have just shown us the situation that he's in at the end that, like, oh, he's fine, or they would have saved that stab for the next chapter. What a compelling ending where it's like, here's the island, dude just got a spike through his chest. I don't know what's happening, and I'm so compelled. Like, there's just, again, this is the thing I keep complaining about, that they did it right, where it's like, you didn't catch the mail truck. There's so many mail trucks, and I want to chase all of them.
So, honestly, the craziest thing about this whole batch of 3 is, like, every single one of them was well-paced.
Yeah.
As many issues as we've had with Kanado's Magic, like, it was still a well-paced first chapter.
Yes.
It's a very well-constructed, bland comic. Like,
yes.
But over and over again, we've seen first chapters in Jump that are just horribly paced, and you just go, this can't be that difficult. And then we get this batch, and we're like,
clearly
it's
not that difficult. People have been doing this for years, for decades, and they can still do it. They just, I don't know what's going on. So... gosh, I don't even know where to like start. I love the art style. It seems familiar in a way that I couldn't put my finger on.
I mean, I saw the parallels with Dear Anemone. It was significantly better, but as far as like the monster design and stuff goes, I was like, and sort of the sketchiness of it that they were going for.
crucially, unlike how Dear and Enemy had that sketchiness, though, that was like lines for the sake of lines to resemble detail. This feels a bit more purposeful.
Yeah.
If it were to remind me of anything, and you guys might have even covered it on the show. You guys do so many goddamn things.
Yeah, we've done over 100 episodes.
Have you? Yeah, exactly. Have you guys ever read any of Tokyo Ghoul by Sui Ishida?
We haven't covered
We
that
haven't
yet.
covered it.
I have read.
We've read it. Brad has the box set, and a billion
did I
years
read?
ago, he
Yeah,
lent
first
me
two?
the first volume.
I read the first 2 or 3 volumes.
And someday I'll actually go back and read it, because I remember reading it, again, literally years ago, and like I really enjoyed it then. I don't remember why. I think just other things were happening.
This actually has a lot of ways it kind of resembles that, both artistically and in how it's a mystery box horror action series.
Yeah.
But like in particular, the murky art, like where it feels like it's almost deliberately obfuscating in parts due to how it's using tone and how it's using erratic lines, very, very reminiscent of what Tokyo Ghoul became by the RE Tokyo Ghoul stage of the series. You know, like it definitely feels like you can tell what things this author was a fan of.
I do. I like the art style when it's got to have a purpose, and it's got to be done in a way that makes it not just look sloppy.
It's unique, and it helps oh my gosh, I'm just so happy. When they showed the fight in the beginning, when he's fighting the champ, and all of the impacts, like that's what the sketchiness helps with, like these big impacts, and the art kind of almost gets like, the character models get like shook up from the impact, and it just adds so much more
like
appeal
like
and drama and
Johnson,
impact and
comic.
action to them. Like, when that lariat comes in, you're just like,
Yeah.
I literally, my room was like, lariato! Like, in it, because you're just, I don't know. And also, this is the thing of like, my bias is infinite. I love pro wrestling, and this is finally giving it to me in the form that I wanted. I guess that's the conversation to have to confirm. Pro wrestling is real, but the pro wrestling we're seeing is as if the pro wrestling we see in actual life is real and not a work.
I wanted to talk about that because it definitely is leaning towards these are actual people actually beating the shit out of each other and not following any kind of script or anything like that.
No, it's not a work, but it seems like the moves and the set dressing. That's what I'm saying. It's the wrestling that we see, but it is actually. It's as if it was actually real.
Right.
Like, I don't know, I need the right verbiage to describe what I mean by that, because I feel like there's more for me to paint that more what I mean. But, it's not like there's so many times when...
it's a kayfabe presentation.
It's the kayfabe presentation we get of, this is happening because this, but like the kayfabe of this is an actual fight, but it's like it is an actual fight, but it follows the structure of the idea that it's like, he's a monster in the ring is very just like, he's a heel when he's in the ring, but as an actual dude he's chill, but also it's just like, when he gets in the ring he's a hellhound, he's a mad dog. Like, it works both ways, and maybe it won't do more of that. I don't know. We're not in a wrestling ring right now, but
I think it's, if anything, quite a real presentation of it, because I think the idea you get more is that his characterization, he is a very stiff hard worker. That's why he's able to do so many power moves and stuff, despite the fact that his finisher is a submission for some reason, which is a bit... I don't know about that.
The snake twist or what it was.
The cobra twist.
The cobra twist, which is basically a variation on an octopus hold. So it's like it's a good move to do. It
it's
looks
a fun
good.
little one. I mean, maybe that's why he shifted over in his career to the suplex, that go to hell German suplex.
The
didn't
go
want
to hell, by the way, to make you think about both the go to sleep CM Punk and Kenton's
I also
famous
thought
move,
about that.
and also, of course, the clothesline from hell, JBL's absolutely amazing stiff shot. Also, one of the best heels in wrestling.
Yes.
And in real life, in some respects.
Correct. Yes. He's a Republican, Brad. One of the extra ones. One of the he's a super Republican.
It's like literally a Fox News fucking stock change analyst for years and stuff. Like, he's a dyed-in-the-wool WWE type, I guess.
So he could be the defense secretary someday.
I'd
probably do a better job than whoever's there now, as much as I don't like saying that, honestly.
Like, he's what you think of as an old-school Republican in the sense that you could almost respect him if you didn't hate everything about the human race. But, that's enough about JB.
Old-school Republicanism is dead, so... But yeah, I got the feeling that this mangaka was like, I am going to treat professional wrestling as if it was completely on the level. Like,
yes.
No tricks, no enter a stage performance or anything. It's like these are two guys who are beating the shit out of each other.
I still think there's like the showmanship element to it. But again, I don't know if we're going to be in a ring for that to be important or not. But like that's what I mean. It's not like there's so many times when you see wrestling and things from people who don't know what pro wrestling is actually outside of from a distance, where it's like, oh yeah, everybody in their singlets does this fight, and it's like I hate this. Happens so many times. This happens a lot in Western cartoons. I don't know how much. I think Japan likes wrestling or used to like wrestling a lot more. So in anime, people seem a little bit more like, oh, they put somebody in the hole. But it's like so many times in Western animation, wrestling is shown as it's an actual fight, but it's like a regular fight. Like it's not. It's never structured like a wrestling match. People don't do wrestling moves specifically. They just beat the shit out of each other, or they put each other in really specific submission holds. And it's like, no, that's not. Even if you want to present it as if it was real, like match the presentation of it. Like don't just go, oh, this is a street fight that happens to be in a ring. Like
Well,
I hate that because pro wrestling's so cool.
This is why I have to keep saying it. So like Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer do a powerbomb from Image Comics. Read it. Like there are people in the comics world now in both the West and the East who are doing wrestling comics right, and this has the potential to be one of those, which is really exciting to me.
Yes, and it fixes my thing of like manga. I'm continually so confused why manga does not have more pro wrestling stories, because it's not like wrestling is not what.
It has plenty. The issue is that no one brings them over, and no one in the scanlation community cares because people who do scans are scared of sports, and wrestling is a sport that's done by the uneducated, so it's even worse.
It's cool though. It's so cool though.
It's cool. It's the coolest. Like even the shorter series, like Grand Jump, my favourite manga magazine, had a series called Lock Up a few years ago about like an older wrestler who had like gig marks in his head and stuff, like trying to make good in his final years. And it's like, there's amazing things out there. You have a Cutie and the Beast, I want to say it's called, which is about an inappropriately age difference relationship between a wrestler and a schoolgirl. But it's also very good, so you go like, wow.
God damn it.
Beastar Part 2.
I do want to say, because we've talked about wrestling on this show plenty of times, but in case anyone's listening to this who hasn't heard this before, I completely understand that wrestling is very athletic and real in many aspects, but generally speaking, the matches do have a flow to them that is figured out beforehand. And especially the bigger moves where someone could really get hurt or die are talked about beforehand.
Yeah, and practicing it's not as devastating as it looks. Yes,
they are predetermined, and punches are deliberately pulled. It's you have to think of it as like being it's hardcore theatre. It is. There's no better way of putting it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's that people are getting on stage and they're giving a soliloquy, and then they're getting hit by a metal chair. And it's like the chair is real, the person is getting hit is doing it for real, but you're still not trying to actually injure them, but you need to make it look real, so you're kind of injuring them with the chair.
Yeah. What if Mercutio got thrown through a pew?
They're working hard and taking damage. It is not to say that everything you're seeing is not on the level, but like just to call it 100% fake always riles my dander up.
Yeah.
So many
it's a weird middle ground.
Yes.
It's a stunt show.
Yes, I would say that. A theater stunt show. In this kind
the
of
AEW Women's Champion is literally a stunt woman.
You were correct. Yeah, she is.
I would actually go so far as to say it is more hardcore than stunts are generally.
Oh, because there's a lot more contact and a lot less safety.
Yes, you get usually one attempt at it. I will say to Brad's position on wrestling is that the spell doesn't work on him. Not that he doesn't want it to work on him. It just literally. He's got the secret. He's got a genetic trait that the spell doesn't work.
It's a thing where anything where I'm seeing an actual real life person doing something that is cartoonish in nature, it just takes me out of it.
I feel like you just need the right sort of match. Like I feel like I could sit you down in front of like Anita versus Funk exploding barbed wire match, and you'd be like, "Oh, actually, you can't fake those burn marks on their skin."
Well, and I should be clear because it's not as if
it's not the violence level I think that he needs.
Well, it's not as if I haven't seen specific moves done or specific short bits and not gone, oh, that's pretty cool. But like the overall thing of it, it doesn't work. He also doesn't like Sentai, and I think it's related.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's like
the spell that we had that we're just like, hell yeah.
Man, what's Robert Downey Jr. responding every time someone calls him Tony? That's fucked up.
I don't know what it is, but
no, I've had this conversation with him many times because pro wrestling is something I don't get to talk a lot, and I gush about when I have my moments, and it's just like, Brad's not that guy, and I've come to accept that. I'm glad you like. Brad, did you like this manga? Like,
yeah,
we don't have to get into thoughts and feelings.
No, it was really compelling.
Okay, good. I thought it was
again,
good.
The art was good. The pacing was spot on. I'm interested in the mystery. Like everything about it was great.
Yes. I like that they take the time. There's like twice that you see all of his siblings in separate panels saying a thing of going, I'm thinking about them. And there's just that little thing, even if it was like, oh, we had one big panel with all of them in it. It's like there's something about separating them out and then later specifically naming them that makes me go, he's thinking about each one individually and having that little moment. It's not just, oh, my family. It's like, and my younger brother and my mom and my little sister and my tiny baby goat. Like, it just makes it feel so much like the structure of manga tells the story of like, he's thinking of each one of them.
Oh, I also
they
like
mean a lot to
how
him.
He looks exactly like his mother.
Yes.
Yes. Who also, by the way, just looks like a fucking wolf. Like, she is amazing.
She looks like Bakugo's mom.
Yeah.
Which is why as soon as I saw Mom, I went, Mom!
But, I was just thinking, actually, the fact that the mangaka is treating wrestling as 100% real is actually in its favor here for me. Because, like, if I am reading something fantastical, then treat it real. Like, I don't want to read a manga where they're like, I'm going to be a wrestler. Okay, give me the script,
No, it's not. It wouldn't. I mean, it would be. It's not that necessary. Like, there's a lot.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But
this is not that.
But I want that one day.
Okay,
I haven't gotten that yet. Because I think every time I hear about the stories of like the lives of professional wrestlers, they sound fascinating.
You could make that compelling. I could be compelled by that. But like, then the compelling part isn't the matches themselves. Although I'm sure you could make that interesting.
It's the drama of the people putting the show on, because there's always a lot of drama because there's a lot of emotions involved when you are, trying to get in your own head of I'm this character and I'm saying these things, and also you are fighting each other and putting your bodies on the line and having to trust one another. Because even if you're technically trying to hurt each other, both of you have to work together in the ring, or somebody gets horribly injured or paralyzed.
But we don't see that on TV in real wrestling.
No, but that's why I think a story. I don't. That's not, like, I'm happy for this and I want this. I'm just saying, in a grand collective sense, I would want that story one day in a manga.
No, and I want that for you.
Yes.
Oh, this isn't that. Things. I'm gonna send you some links.
Yeah.
To some things.
Send me some things because I keep asking for this. But no, I love it. I want him to fucking do a pile driver on a robot and the robot's head explodes. That sounds awesome. I don't know where to pick up. B, you take the microphone. What are your thoughts in your head while I think about things?
So much of this became me comparing it to other things. The reason why this was the episode I immediately leant towards before we even knew this was wrestling and we were talking about new series coming up was because the headshot of Ogre looked like it was sort of a Koji Inada art style, like that sort of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, Beat the Vanderbuster style. And then, the more we learned, the more I went, oh no, it's Haruto Umezawa, the author of Hallelujah and Hallelujah 2 Boy, as well as many, many other delinquent action titles. And it is
Send those to me
100%
too.
in that vein.
Send me those as well.
And it's thinking about Tokyo Ghoul, thinking about all the things it reminds me of. But that's actually something I kind of like about Shonen Jump. I should dislike that all I'm thinking about are the things it makes me think of. But it's manga magazines are a super iterative medium. You want to see influences. You want to see someone gives a shit. But by also having it be wrestling, it's not doing my worst thing, which is I hate when comics are made by people who only read comics. There's a real glut of people making manga nowadays, especially in Shonen Jump and Shonen Jump Plus, who clearly just read Chainsaw Man and nothing else. And this is no, I clearly have myriad interests. Let me show you this cool, carefully designed island. Let me show you wrestling, family units that are believable and not just the same tired tropes of the mother is alone or dead, the father is bad or dead, It's
this did do the dead dad thing.
It's doing different things. This is a series that could come out in 1996 and would have been like a Dark Age favourite just off of this first chapter, and that is a thrill to me. Like, I've been hating this fucking magazine for a while. And like this hasn't changed that, because Someone Hurts is what changed that. But this is also an interesting new fork in the path for like the magazine coming back out of its second Dark Age, you know?
I'm rooting for it. I want to talk about your thing of like the whole like this reminds you of a lot of things, because we had that last week, or I had that last thing with Kanato's Magic where I'm like, this reminds me of a whole bunch of other things.
In a bad way.
No, what's the word I usually use? Derogatory.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the thing, and I feel like it's just, does this feel like a Frankenstein's monster with no soul or fingerprint? It's bad. But when you go, it's the same reason why everybody fucking loves Expedition 33, because it's like, you can one of the characters is just fucking Dante from Devil May Cry. He even has a style meter that goes up to S. Like, but it's like, because there's so much personality and fingerprints in that game, everybody's like, yo, I can see the things that you like, and I like those things.
I think this is poignant because there's nothing wrong with Frankenstein's monster if he's got a soul.
If he's got a soul.
Well, so here's the thing. If we're using Kanato's Magic as like the direct comparison, I think you're 100% nail on the head. But this is the difference between someone coming to the table with these are the things I like, and someone who came to the table last week with here are the things that are popular.
That's fair.
Yeah, I guess I would change your like to love, but otherwise I would agree. Yeah, because it's that when you get that feeling of like, I've put this together from other things, but this is like, you can feel that heartbeat of the author, the writer, or whatever coming through everything, that they want to tell this story. And yeah, we're doing other things because they love these other things, and it's like, we love those things. So when these, like, again,
I love that thing. You love that. I love that thing.
I love you love German suplexes.
Like,
I love German suplexes.
Kanato's Magic is the second series from a guy whose previous series also felt like it was heartlessly derivative. So like, I think they might be what you'd call like a smart author, which means they observe trends but don't think about what they actually like to see.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Every time. Almost every single time.
Yeah, because like when you have like a strong idea about it, even if the manga's bad, it becomes something unique. It becomes an experience, even if the thing itself is not the most together.
I should say this. So the Kanata's Magic YouTube version of our episode is our highest clicked episode of all time.
Not watched.
Well, yes, but that's because Western audiences are tasteless fucking morons. So.
It's fine.
I have so much fire in my belly. Because they like when Thing looks like Thing, they also like.
It could just be because the thumbnail was good. I don't know.
I think it's just because you're both incredibly charismatic people doing a good show.
Yeah, but that would be. Then they would keep listening to the episode instead of stopping. They click it and they go, "Oh fuck, not these two."
Well, the problem is when you've got momentum and you have me on who has nothing but disdain. That's not true. I don't want to like upset people who don't like.
B, that was already me last week. You're good.
I had so much fire and fury in my belly. Like the loudest people in online spaces are very tiresome right now, and I'm one of them, so I know.
I don't know. Moxie's pretty loud. I'm not tired.
We got 100 episodes. We got 100 episodes in one of us. But no, other things that I wanted to gush about. The boat ride worked, but like that guy was just like, again, I thought he had just enough of a design, and his situation was just like, we'll run into him again.
Oh yeah.
Everything was that mustache, wasn't it? You're just looking at it thinking,
it was the mustache,
don't give
I think,
that facial hair without them coming back.
Yeah, it was that, and he just like with his facial hair and his general vibe again, and maybe because I've just been thinking about like I've been listening to like Hulk Hogan bullshit recently. I'm like, oh, he's got big Jimmy Hart energy. He'll be like the manager guy or whatever, like in whatever. And this is being real, like he's the guy cheering him on or pointing things out or something. And then it's like, nope, he's dead. In a way that is like, nope, his head is removed from his shoulders. It's not even anywhere. It's just gone.
What is that? 2 pages, I think he was on?
Reduced to blood mist. I think he was around for more than 2 pages. Make a spread. I think about it one by one, but like. But just like, dang, okay. But B, I see you have thoughts in brain.
But will it actually be death? Because we've literally compared this series to Dear and Enemy, where a character is almost immediately murked and then comes back.
Yeah. Especially because of the whole parasite thing.
Oh, like somebody like a thing could come on his head and be a parasite.
Yeah. That is true, because his whole head was removed.
Yes, cleanly. Yeah. Honestly, cleanly.
Or was it just his neck broken?
I want to say it's
that
interesting.
that kick panel that I stared at, because that page turn makes me hoot and holler. It's just neck, like shoulders, not barely even neck, and then just foot. There's nothing there.
No, but I think there is something there, as sort of like a scratch thing. And when you see him laying on the ground, I think his head is just like completely at an angle.
I swear he didn't have a head, but that could easily be the.
Well, while we're talking about the alien quickly, did you doing the cool kick taking off the head? Did you like how afterwards it just did a Dio pose?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just cool. A bunch of people in this manga are just cool.
But I think that's such a character pose. Like, I think there's an argument as to whether this will be a person fights aliens using wrestling moves, or if it's going to become alien wrestling. And that pose had a moment of me going, that's got a lot of personality. I feel like we might get some actual wrestle here.
Cool sequel.
But not even canon anymore, so I don't know.
Well, oh yeah, I forgot. We oh wait, that hasn't happened. Fuck, cut this, Brad. I forgot. That's next week.
Press the button.
Press the button. I was like, wait a minute, because that was a month ago we recorded it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the art. Unclear. He had dark hair, and it's lost in the blood. Brad, I need to somehow hand this to Brad. I can't hand this to you, B. You're across the ocean.
That's okay. I'm opening the chapter. It's around what, page 35?
It's got it because I thought I could toss it to you. I think both. It could be either or. It could just be that his head is so bloody it's lost in the blood pool, or it could just be there is no head.
If you look at the top,
I know he's got
panel,
like a little bit.
His head is definitely still attached.
Is it?
Yeah, no, it's snapped
Or
off
is that
at
like
an
a
angle.
blood? Is that like a blood cloud?
I mean,
No,
you could interpret that way, but I think
when he lays
it's still
down
there.
in the blood pool, it's like I can't determine a
Look
whole
at
head is
the
here.
left shoulder where his arm's up at the O angle, that his head's in between.
Yeah, and I think in the second panel, his head is there, but because his hair is
that's what I'm
black,
saying, in
it
the
just
second
blends
Okay,
panel.
so that was
into
my
it.
thought because I
there.
wasn't sure, but it's just like I totally thought it sold to me that his head was gone, but I
But
guess
yes,
it's not.
it's just Dio
It's just Dio
posing.
He's cool. A cool thing happens. Not everything has to happen for stories, and sometimes things can just be motherfucking cool, and that's
Also,
what that
again,
was.
like the Tokyo
there's
Ghoul
the-
energy of
the-
that goddamn
Yeah,
alien.
no, I see it. What was that, B?
The Tokyo Ghoul energy of that alien. Like, again, that's very Suishida, very Chojin X, very Tokyo Ghoul. It's interesting.
It's got a spookiness to it. Yeah, I do like this continuing thing of this is Dear Anemone but better. Like the designs are better, the boat ride was the people on the
It'll
boat were
turn out to be
better.
the same author under a pen name.
It could be,
Yeah,
honestly.
you don't see his body again after that.
Yeah.
I thought about that because we were talking about it. It's like, why would you use a pen name?
there
And it's
it
like,
is.
what if you were escaping something that was a bomb?
Okay, it's more
What if you
clear.
made one of the worst series of
Yeah.
the last
Here,
5
it's more
years?
clear on this page.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I guess.
There's a texture you can see
I want to
where there's
believe,
hair
and
and where there's
I'm
blood.
being shown evidence that's just strong enough to make me need to believe in that his head is still attached. But
Ultimately, it doesn't matter.
no,
He's probably dead.
well, no, because then you gave me the idea that his
Well, he's
head's
definitely
been,
dead.
His head's been removed, so just like a weird alien parasite head thing goes on there, or robot. Because it's like, is the
Well,
thing
those
he's
are
fighting
the
a person
worms.
is an organic or a robot?
I think it's organic.
It's
it's
think
insectoid.
that It's like an exoskeleton sort of thing,
Yeah.
but the worm is the alien, like the thing that came out and stabbed in.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Because if you look, like it comes fully out, I think, by the end of the chapter when he's like preventing it from going into him.
Yeah, it's like those horse worms that like infect praying mantises,
Yes,
and then you like
100%.
stick them in water and they come out, and it's like,
I literally just watched an X-Files episode where they essentially did the thing where there's like parasite worms they dug up from a meteorite like below the ice, and then they learn it's like, oh, if you put two parasites in one person, the parasites kill each other because they're like, no, this is my host, and that's how they solved the parasite. But then all the parasites were dead, and it was really scary. But
by
yeah,
the way, don't look up praying mantis horseworm.
I do not want
unless
to do
you
that.
really
I
wanna
do
be
not want to
freaked
do
out.
that.
Yeah, so like by the end of the chapter, both ends of the worm are out when he's biting it in half. Like they explicitly show that. So
Interesting. Okay.
like the worm is the alien, clearly.
It was unclear. Okay, this is my new thing because I remember I invented in my own brain hooks last year, like paying attention to the hooks to the next chapter, and that was the thing I thought about then, of just making things unclear on purpose, and not in like I'm bad at this and the storytelling is unclear because I'm bad at this, but it's just like I don't know what's happening right now.
Obfuscation.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not getting answers, but visually you're not going to make mistakes about what's happening.
Yeah.
Yes, like in time, you'll be able to look back on this once you have information and go, oh, it's clear what's happening. I feel like this happens to me, again, it's so easy to go to One Piece for things, where it's just like, at the time, you're like, I don't know what's going on. And then once you get information, you look back on it and go, oh, I know what's happening now. Like, I understand the context and what was occurring, so I could piece together. But visually in the moment, you go, something happened, and I can't fully parse what it was. But that's kind of the point. Mystery. God forbid we have some mystery and things about what's going to happen next. And it's just nice to have a series that's doing that and for a new chapter that's like good at it.
Yeah.
Because again, it's like I'm compelled by what's going on the island. Something we got told at the beginning. Something landed there. Obviously, it's aliens. It's called Alien Headbutt. But it's like, what are the aliens? Why are they here? Did that boat guy know? Was he an alien? Like. And then it's like his family. It's like, is he going? Like, what is he going to do? Are they alive? Like, what's going on? Like, okay, big question. He has big family. Are they all alive? Did we lose one of them? Did we lose one of the young? Because they're all younger siblings, right?
So,
or is there an old? I don't think there might be an older.
I hope
sister.
they're
I don't
all
know.
still alive. I hope that they have all collectively come up with their own ways of dealing with the aliens individually. But also,
Sounds like
the
a lot of people.
goat got an alien in it, but is somehow more powerful than the alien, so it gained powers, even though it's still the same consciousness of the goat that everybody loves.
Goat learns to talk.
Oh,
Yep, easy. Wow, B, slam dunk, just instant,
goat-
100
The
big
goat
approval
thing's
stamp.
got me fucking hooked as well, because it makes me think about Mobile Suit Gundam Kukuru's Doan's Island, which was like a bunch of orphans that also had a goat, and like them trying to survive on an island with like a situation of aggressors being present. So it's like, God, this is turning into Family Guy. This reminds me of that one time. But like, yeah, there's got to be some good stuff for the goat. If I were to look purely at designs as to what they looked like 5 years ago,
I know, 'cause that's the thing. I want to see their time skip.
Tiger looks the most like they will accidentally get possessed and become like an anti-hero or villain.
Because he was supposed to be holding it down.
They've got like the little sideburn things down, you know, like Kaharu's going to be the most innocent because one eye covered. It's like, oh, little goth lady, got to make it like surprisingly sweet. Yuki is, of course, the tanned one, so it's going to tear them apart with her bare hands.
I love that there's just... And one of them is tan.
Yeah. Clearly,
she spends all her time outside.
She takes from dad.
Maybe the mum's been like mutated and tested on. I feel like you could do some.
No, leave mom alone.
Well, mum's in Shonen Jump. It doesn't go well.
No, you have to give him a reason to like rescue somebody.
I'm emotionally invested. If the aliens did something to her, I'm even more juiced about him destroying and killing all of them.
The problem is you've not got to see anybody else who lives on this island. So like in this moment, it's all about the family, and something has to happen to at least one member of the family. This can't be... Well, it can be the Fast and Furious, because eventually something happens to one of the family, you know?
Family. Question.
It's all about family.
The chairman guy of the pro wrestling company, he knows that he's going to that island and what the island is.
Not just that.
His design
he knows
seems too cool.
That his championship belt has been taken to that island.
Does
I
he
feel
show
like
up, or do other wrestlers get sent to the island then?
I feel like
Yes.
the name Corpse Island was probably already the name of the island.
Oh yeah. Because it seems like because it's like, how would he know that before the stuff was happening?
And I was just thinking, okay, so what if instead of like, oh my God, there's just a whole bunch of aliens running around on this island killing people. What if instead it was like, oh no, just that one alien was attacking people. Most of the other aliens have like set up to like live lives on that island. But
then why is there like
we're
a
gonna
big
have
car
a
accident
tournament
and no cell thing, and everybody's like gone, and the boat guy was really weird?
Yeah, but it could be like
there could be good
different
aliens,
enclaves of like things going on,
or just like a small number of them. I guess that's my question moving forward: is what does this manga become? Like, is he going to like? How does he power up? If he's just going to fight more powerful aliens as he goes, what's the structure that makes that gives that form? And maybe it is just a smaller story of he's trying to find his family and stuff like that. and maybe I'm trying to scope up too much out of the gate, which I'm fine if it stays small.
I mean,
Honestly.
it has to go somewhere further, and him being powered up at some point feels like it has to be on the cards. At which point it can grow and grow. I don't think it's ever going to end up like light-hearted or fun. So, like, I think this is going to go down that sort of Jump Plus route where it's mostly about watching a guy get the ever-loving shit beaten out of him, but he
then
perseveres
he'll do
regardless.
a cool thing. Yeah,
I
exactly.
I was thinking by chapter 40, he's like in space.
Yeah. He gets if they have like a weird exosuit. What if he gets some of that, but it's just like a helmet? It looks like a luchador mask. So when he does his headbutt, it's like more damaging.
Mm.
Wouldn't that
Wait,
be
if
cool?
you like, because eventually it has to start being headbutts. Headbutt can't literally just mean like the eye hole that the worm crawls out of, because that would be a headbutt, you know.
Jesus Christ, Jesus B.
But like, you look at that
can't
first
believe
color
you've done
page,
this.
and you can see like the big alien egg meteor splintering off into loads of little worms. Like,
Yeah.
this is clearly going to be like a rampant island full of many, many things to fight if it succeeds.
Is this going to be like Parasite?
I could see that.
Because
Yeah.
Parasite is fun.
I mean, yes. I guess it's just in the concept of. I swear there was something else we read that I compared to Parasite. Now I have no memory of it.
Probably Dear and Enemy.
No, it was something else of like, oh, all the kids get their weird little thing and then they fight or something, but I don't remember what it was.
Is it the one where the girl turns into the guy's dick?
What are you talking about? What?
The girl
Brad,
turns it.
Brad,
What?
honestly, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, like she literally becomes his dick.
What? I don't. Why are you? What is that?
Somebody out there knows what I'm talking.
I don't know what you're
Well,
doing.
I'm
Like,
just
are
thinking
you?
about Parasite where his arm turns into it.
I thought you were.
B, I'm
really,
surprised you don't know what I'm
I thought you were
talking
really poorly remembering me describing Midoriya days, and I'm like, no.
It feels like you've misremembered the Bionic Commando reboot. Where his wife was turned
His
into
wife
an
is his
arm.
dick, Brad. His grapple dick. That's his wife. It's the best. It's the best.
I'll
I
find the name of it.
wonder.
Please
I don't read a lot of anything right now, so like I forget
Must be new.
more and more.
We're like
every
Brad.
day.
You were so Brad. He was so confident when he was describing it.
His girlfriend turns into his dick.
That's weird. Because I thought he was misremembering. I've described to him a manga that I read a lot for some reason as a teenager. That when I look back and I go, why did I read that? That's not a thing I was interested in. Where there's like a delinquent in the school that he has a crush on a girl, and then for some reason I don't remember, the girl becomes like his left hand. And I thought that's what he was describing, but it's not.
This is described as a shoujo.
Shoujo can be.
Turns
Turns
lot of
out my
things.
dick was a cute girl.
No, I don't believe that's a shoujo. I can't believe what planet that's a shoujo.
Oh, you can have anything. It's all just demographics. You can have anything and anything.
That should not. That means it's for little girls. It should not be for
is
little girls.
shoujo.
But there's no dick in it.
In Junji Ito?
It's just a little girl.
I could put a dick in Junji Ito.
Oh, good. We need to get off. We need to get back on the train. I need to get back on the train. Please, Brad. Please look up at me. Stop looking at your phone. This doesn't have to do with wrestling.
I mean,
Astro Baby was kind of similar to this.
Astro
There's the
Baby
Parasite thing of there's aliens.
ends with an orgy, so
It does.
But then they're
Did
taught
you-
that the orgy is a bad idea, so everyone sort of gets over it.
yeah.
Yes.
They did sort of gloss over it.
The Summer of Love.
But that,
Right.
that I think
That's
can
one of
also
those of
give-
just like I understood the themings. It was like not even just the author, but it's like this conceptually and thematically what it was. It made a lot of sense, but it's instantly of just like don't. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Let's not think about all the implications of this because it makes everything so much worse, and it's not the story being told right now. Don't think about it.
Yeah, you can't eye for an eye deaths.
Everybody
with
just
an
had a
orgy.
great time. Let's not think about any other repercussions. Everybody just had a great time. Alien Headbutt. I think we said anything. I'm going to do the thing that we did for Under Doctor when we get there. But I guess, does anybody have any ending thoughts before we get to thoughts and thinky thinks and feely feels?
No.
No.
Okay, so B, you're our special guest. What is your thinky thoughts and your feely feels for this? The word you use in the chart you use is in your heart. Don't think it's structured.
I think it's decent. I feel like I like it a lot. Like I feel like it's better than it is. But intellectually, I know it is still good.
You sound. I don't know if that's just the Britishism that you seem to like it and then used very underwhelming sounding words. Maybe that's just to my American ears, but you sound, both in your thinking and your feeling, it's like fine and decent are like, not like yo, but maybe you weren't yo. I don't know. I don't want to put feelings in your brain.
It's like how people think when you say quite, you mean slightly, when quite actually means absolute. Like if something's quite good, it's completely good. But it sounds like you're saying, it's right.
Okay, that I would say I'm one of those humans then, because when you hear quite good, it's like
this is dearth all over again.
This is dearth all over again.
I don't know. It's in a weird space because it's like if I were to think of this in terms of like, is it going to succeed? The answers.
No, we don't ask that question anymore. We don't.
No,
give a
we
fuck
don't.
About
It's
that
not
anymore.
an interesting question.
Yeah,
I would have my doubts about its longevity because this sort of thing has failed on the web platform before. But for like Weekly Shonen Jump, it's kind of fresh. So like intellectually, good. I think that's in its favor as like a healthy environment to grow and live. And in my heart, I know I love it because it has that special sauce that makes it different. But my head keeps going, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's what you're thinking. Your head is for your thinky thinks. Your heart is for your feely things. Your heart should be unclouded by the world outside or what you think will happen to your baby. It is just in this moment. How do you feel about it?
And I think when we're talking about the objectiveness of this stuff at this point, it's less about like, is it going to survive in this magazine?
I don't care about that anymore.
Rather than like overall,
enjoy it while it's there.
As an individual piece of work, like, what is the quality level of this?
If I can exit my body and its biases as best as I can, even though I know that's not a perfect operation, what do I think the quality level of this is, even if that's not necessarily...
For a rookie work, this is pretty decent. Like I would say
this is a rookie work.
This is like an A-rank debut. Like that's
I would agree with that statement.
So, which is why I think good to great.
Yep. Oh, do we also do our thinky things first?
When you say yep, are you agreeing with me or?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's great.
Okay.
Usually you do yours and then I'll do you do yours and then I'll do mine.
I think I'm going to go with great. I had a really good time with this.
I respect that.
Yeah, I think I know what you're going with.
Brad, I knew it when I was reading it. This is the meme one because this hole is shaped like me. And I don't remember. I think it was Under Doctor because I said that the meme answer of if anything happens to this manga, I'll kill everybody on this Discord and then me. It was for ones because we both loved Under Doctor and we're like, what makes the meme answer? And it's like, it's when it's for you. While I was in the middle of reading it, I was just like, this is that example for the meme answer of this is a thing that I think is qualitatively great and also has things for me individually. Not just like, oh, I'm having a great time with this. I think this is well put together. All I can say are positive things. But genuinely, like, this had multiple things where, like, I popped off that I don't get this and I love this dearly and it felt like a love letter to me, even though it's not for me because the author wrote it for himself or whatever. And hopefully a big audience. So I think it's great. I feel that if anything happens to this manga, meme. Because honestly, like,
there was a full page abs shot. I mean,
there was a full page thing of him lariating the fuck out of that robot, and both times I did the page turn of that, I popped off. The kick I popped off. The suplex, fuck. This feels great, man. I don't get this nowhere. I got my hits in, brother. Like, damn.
This is a great drop.
Yes,
like,
this was of this trio. Whatever I had of Kintado's Magic last week, I read the chapter today. Kintado, Gary, whatever the fuck. Kintober. Like, I think it's fine. Like, honestly, like, it felt like it's like, is it still kind of like a generic mishmash that constantly makes us think about other things? For timing that we were, oh yeah, we can talk about that. Our timing was immaculate that we did a mag dump of Fairy Tale that coincided with us doing this one.
Not on purpose.
Not planned. Unknown. Just was like,
we didn't even know what Kanata's magic
Didn't
was.
know at all. It just happened.
And we were like, we're going to record the Fairy Tale next.
The mag dump, and it's like, wow, this was more fitting than we thought.
And in theory, you've done it again.
No.
Yes, you don't know that yet, though.
Yeah,
Listeners, you don't know that one's being left in.
Kanata's magic is definitely
We've read worse
by
thinkers.
far the weakest
It's no
of this
Gonron egg.
trio. Yeah, no, that's
but what
very
is
important.
Gonron egg, you know?
So somebody, I needed to have someone who was unconnected to anybody I talked to just talk about Alien Headbutt, and they thought that it was good. I just needed that in my body and my blood. So there's like a random shonen thread I lurk, and somebody was like, there was a time skip in Gonron egg, but they didn't change the main character's design at all. And I was like, yep, I was at Gonron egg. But yeah, we have had much stinkier first chapter drops individually and as groups,
Yeah.
and I think this is one of the strongest drops we've had.
On top of which, it fell directly in the middle of an arc.
It did.
So
The timing was actually really
timing was
good.
perfect. The series were really good. Like, just everything about this was like, if only this could happen every time.
Oh yeah. Like, there's 2 of these that I'm going to actively follow, like, planned for the future. So, like, that's the best we've had.
That's big
ever.
money. Because usually it's like, I'll keep dawdling, and then it usually loses me because it was just like, I'm not super invested, but these, like, Underdog, again, I'll probably even read fucking Kanata's Magic for a little while until it
Notice
annoys
how
me.
B doesn't say which 2.
I know.
Oh, no, you know which one I'm not.
We already knew, though. It's very clear. Words were exchanged earlier that are hopefully on the podcast. They should be. So, yeah. Would you buy?
I think this falls into the realm of, I'm going to buy this because I want to support it.
Okay.
I definitely enjoy it. I won't regret buying it, but it also isn't something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have this on my shelf. It's more just like, I want to make sure this kind of thing can
Exists.
live.
Yeah. B?
I'm having to actually think quite hard about it.
I know this is a question that's always interesting because everybody's situation with buying in physical media is always different.
Yeah.
I don't think I could commit off of this one chapter because there's directions it could go that would be the sort of series that I don't like.
Yep.
But I've got a lot of optimism, so it's like, I reckon I would know if I would buy it by about the end of the second chapter. Like, because there's a lot we still have to see. But, like, yeah, I think that want to see more of it in the world would make me want to buy it.
Yeah, like pretend, like a lot of the time the question has to be asked in the context of pretend you're not paying $3 a month to the Shonen Jump app that you would.
Yeah,
like
no,
pretend
you
you
have to put
just.
that somewhere.
That's at least the one unifying factor I try to do with this is imagine you don't have the streaming, you don't have Jump Plus, like you don't have a digital way that you can just kind of read chapters willy nilly. Is that you read that you picked this up in a bookstore, you read the first chapter, and from that you had to decide, am I going up to the front desk to buy this and leaving with it or not?
Or like, we'll say the way I'd probably think about it, and again, it says a lot about the stuff I consume, is I'd think of it like if you bought the first issue of a comic and you're trying to decide, like, will I come back for the trade paperback later? And like
a little bit, yeah. A little bit. That's a good way of looking at it.
And like, yeah, I feel like I would conceptually, regardless, at least to give it like a full volume go. Because again, stuff like this deserves to be in the world. It's easily the most I've had to think about one of these debuts in a while. So like, yeah, I'd want to. Yeah, big thumbs up. Why not? Let's buy the fuck out of that.
Hell yeah. Of a person incredibly jaded to Jump, that answer means a lot.
Yeah.
I'd buy in a heartbeat. There's no question. I need
yeah.
more of this in my blood. I don't get a lot of this. I need my
You'd
fix.
buy the individual volume. You buy the omnibus when it comes out.
That's not getting it on. Let's not get ahead of
Buy the
ourselves.
Blu-rays when it gets an anime.
No, never
Get
would
the
I buy
drama
Blu-rays.
CDs if they bring that back.
Oh my god. There's still certain series still have those, I think. Maybe. Oh, the
But
stage
usually,
play.
usually it becomes like YouTube Vomix now instead.
When the stage musical happens, I'll go to Japan and buy tickets to see. The
Can you imagine this stage musical where they're like busting out wrestling moves? This would be amazing.
I don't even know who will be a wrestler in Japan by the time this would get big enough to be able to do that. I was like, who would be in there? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who the up-and-comer Japanese wrestlers are anymore.
Oh, it's a great time to learn because they've got the Young Lions tournament has just happened.
Ooh.
So like you've got sort of a feel for who the future is, which is good because New Japan
needs it. New Japan's not doing well.
It needs help.
Yeah. That's why I was like thinking, I'm like, they need to change stuff up because I don't remember them doing. I haven't paid attention to them.
They've got an amazing champion and they've brought back the old belt, so they're working it out.
Okay. Is it still Takashita or is it somebody else?
The champion now is I want to make sure I say his name right. 1 second.
Not helpful to this conversation, but I'm like, yeah, I don't actually know who the champ is right now. I used to know so much more about New Japan Pro Wrestling, and then AEW happened, and I just didn't need to. And AEW just took all the people I liked from New Japan and hired them.
So it is the Gene Blaster Yota Tsuji, who looks like if a sexy wolf was a person. Like, he is insane. Like, as far as champs go, he feels like the future. The Gene Blaster, it's his finisher. The Gene Blaster. Yes, spelt like he's going to fill you with his genetics.
Oh my god.
Goodness. I would
no,
not
but
expect
if you look to him, you'd get it.
I would not expect another character, sure, but I'll have to look at him. I'll have to look at him, and maybe my opinion will change. But goodness, I'm going to do the high noon that I need another name for, that I did for Under Doctor, where I have to say a bad thing about this manga because I've gushed too much.
It's really interesting because while we've been sitting here discussing this, I was sitting here going, wait, I can't think of anything bad about this.
I know, this is what we had with Under Doctor, and it's like, I need to stretch myself a little bit. Man, I don't know. I feel clouded. I feel full of bias. I genuinely can't have a moment. I can't think of a moment where I was like,
There was not a single headbutt.
There was.
Yeah.
He headbutts the champ when he's fighting.
No,
Super does a headbutt.
No, that's a human.
He has to headbutt an alien?
Okay,
if it's not an alien headbutt, it doesn't count.
You gotta give him room a little bit. They didn't use bleach in the first chapter of Bleach. You gotta give him time before he cleans his cloak. Come on!
Yeah, but that's just about a Nirvana album, and as soon as they introduce Kurosaki, you go, oh, he likes Nirvana, sure.
And
then when they do the live-action movie, instead of Nirvana posters, it's Bad Religion ones everywhere. Like, what the fuck were they doing?
I honestly, this isn't like I can't bring myself to say something bad. In my brain, I can't.
No, I just said I can't think of anything.
I can't either.
If I can't think of anything, how are you?
Because I'm trying. I'm not just trying to be like, okay, let me uncloud myself for a little while. I honestly don't have anything I disliked about it. Like you said, the pacing was great. I loved the art. I liked all the characters. The family, I'm excited to see the family again. I hope they're alive collectively. I want to learn more about them. Like, the alien design was cool. The fights were cool. Like, the fucking guy, the chairman looks like motherfucking Big Boss from Phantom Pain. Yeah. It's awesome.
So one thing that I would normally call out is that there were a lot of flashbacks. And most of the time, I'm really against that. But honestly, in this, it every single one of them made sense. And it didn't, like, kick me out of it or make me go, oh, are we doing this again? Like,
and it puts down bookmarks that it's like we can go back to his training and get more information out later when we need it.
Yeah.
Because clearly him thinking back to things gives him like power to fight through stuff.
If
like,
this
is what I'm This is what I'm fighting for!
If he's got no one to interact with, then flashbacks that inspire him or give him ideas are like 100% going to be the main currency this moves forward on.
Yes.
If there's anything to criticize it for, I think it's because I can see about 100 ways it could go wrong next. And so it's like, is it going to dance around the landmines? But that's potential.
That's any series.
Yeah, and
potential.
Right. You don't want to discredit something because of what could happen.
I mean, that's what you tried to do to Under Doctor. It's like Chapter 2 could not be as good. And it's like, you can't do that. That's not, that you have to go with what you're working for here. And at least from the hooks we've been given.
Really fucking good, though.
I think from the hooks I've been given, again, I guess also is whenever it comes to a big mystery, is does the author know what the plane landing is somewhat?
Do you know what the current nitpick on Under Doctor for Chapter 3 is?
I haven't read it yet, but sure.
The guy's heart isn't in the right spot.
Oh, okay. No, you don't know how much that annoys me, though, because it's like...
Keep that in mind. He's got that rare condition where his heart's on the other side. Other manga have taught me about that, and probably Batman
so they treat it's obviously it's center left normally, but they treat it as full left, which is a really common error. But it's also like how... If you ever watch any fiction whatsoever that uses a defibrillator and they shock a flat line and you go, that's not what you use it for. Yeah. That would do nothing to no one.
Do you remember the manga where they're like fighting somebody and I think they're like a weird alien or mutant thing and they're like, oh, I made the genetic thing, so when you shot me and you thought you shot me through the heart, I actually have that rare condition that my heart's on the other side?
No, I have no idea what you're on about.
Okay.
Which honestly just means it would be like 2 inches.
This sounds
off.
like something. My brain is telling me it's something we've talked about on the show, but it probably would have been months, if not years ago at this point.
Also, there's lots of other things that can hit that will just really fuck
Listener,
you up.
do you know what
your
your
lungs.
In there.
But in this case, it was the heart thing. It was very sick. Listener, if you know what I'm talking about, please tell me because I don't remember.
You know what happens
know,
when
when
your lungs
was it a
filled with
kaiju number
blood?
8-bit? Maybe.
Oh, well, I'd never know what Kaiju number 8 is. A fucking disappointment of comic.
Yeah. No, I know. I fell off too. We don't gotta. Yeah. Okay. How do I end this thing? I don't even remember anymore. I can't shoot it. I literally can't find a bullet. I'm trying. I'm scrounging around. There's got to be one left in one of these containers.
He's not even like a protag coon or anything.
No.
Oh, it's a very detailed personality. Like, I was talking about how much I was hating fucking the protagonist of Kanato's Magic.
Yeah,
I keep saying the
he's a nothing
protagonist, like
burger.
his name's not in the title. But like he's nothing. He's a Deku problem. But even Deku had, a little something. Autism mostly. Said with love.
Of course.
Once again. Always.
The continuing issue with Kanata's magic is, wait a minute, you set that up really well, but then you didn't do the thing that would be good.
Interesting.
Yes.
Or compelling. You just did the ball solves the problem instead of like, oh, he redirects the flow of the water, like because the water is like mana flowing through it, so he can just redirect it like a water bender. It's like, no, that's not what it is.
Ball go smash.
This hasn't done a lot of things wrong. Okay, no, I've got one criticism for it. You ready? I think this is a good one.
Yeah.
He blocks the punch from the alien with his forearm. Now, if only he had some sort of large metallic object that would have looked really cool to use for a block, such as a championship belt. Would have been sick.
I feel like you saved the championship belt for a bigger fight.
Yeah.
He's got to use the belt shot to cheat in a later fight.
We know he's a heel. We know he's a heel in wrestling, so I'm excited. I'm just gonna gush more. I'm such a sucker for the nice guy, and then he gets in the ring, and it's like the bloodlust comes out because he's got fucking
absolutely.
Wolfpack energy. Like fuck yeah, he's the Hellhound, my dude. I'm back from hell. Yo. Okay. We have to come down. We have to end this. We have too many other things to record. I think Brad put this podcast episode into a credits-based submission hold. Well, he gets his things out. B, what submission hold is most like you would put on somebody as the show ran to the credits?
What one would you put someone in for the credits?
Yeah, like what's going on behind the credits? What hold do you have somebody in? What submission maneuver?
Ooh. That's a really good question.
I know there's more impressive ones, but just for the visual of it behind it, of seeing somebody freak out, I would say a sharpshooter. A figure 4 has too much complicated pieces going on of the turnover for credits, but like a sharpshooter where the baddie's face is right in the camera as the credits are going by his face, and he's going like, ah! I think is a pretty good look.
No, forget the sharpshooter. Got to be a Scorpion Deathlock.
Oh, sorry, no,
the
you're
exact
right.
same move, but with a better name.
But cooler, because it's Sting. It's Sting! B, is there anything you would like to plug on your behalf of things?
Not really. You can find me on Blue Sky at Let Me Be, where I several times a week add albums to an ever-growing album ranking I've been doing for just over 2 years now. It's about 850 albums.
Oh my god.
And other than that, I don't know, maybe one day I'll do a podcast again. We'll see what I do.
What's a recent album you've put on there?
A recent album, so literally after we stop recording tonight, I'm putting PJ Harvey's Dry on there, which is early 90s fucking amazing feminist album of grungy rock. It's amazing. I listened to it 5 times in 24 hours and I lost my goddamn mind. It's so good. I also did, on the other end of cool things featuring women, Kate Bush's The Sensual World, which is a lot more ethereal but equally amazing. So it's been a really good week for listening to stuff. Also, in new releases, Joyce Manners, I used to go to this bar, proving that you can have an album that is only 19 minutes long, and it is good.
Cool. I swear last time we talked about you doing a Steam Powered Giraffe album. Did you ever do that?
I may have forgotten to write it down.
Okay. I'm giving you more homework, B. I need you to cover, just because I think I got his Kickstarter stuff today, I need you to cover an album I'll send you from a Canadian nerd rapper called Word Burglar. I will send it to you later as your homework.
Word burglar.
Word burglar. He burgles words.
As you do.
I got the Kickstarter because he made a comic book. I don't know why I'm doing this now. We've recorded too long. But he made a comic book of his raps. So you the idea is that you'd listen to him as you're turning the pages and reading it. And because he's very kind of old school, it's like, oh yeah, I was going to get a CD with it. I got a tape with it.
Yes.
I don't know what to do with a tape. I don't even know the last time I've seen a tape. And when on the shelf, I'm like, wow.
You can pre-order a tape right now from my wonderful friend Vesper's part of a big trans femme project called Some Girls Try Too Hard, that is a Blink-182 Enema of the State cover album, each song done by a different individual trans woman giving their own spin on it. Turns out Enema of the State is like the most trans album you can think of. Every song you can have a reading of. It is fantastic.
It sounds fascinating.
That's not a plug I'm giving right now. This is just me telling you, hey, you can pre-order a cassette for a cool thing.
Hell yeah.
Well, we want to get people to come and talk with us about this stuff that we cover.
Talk to me about my love of pro wrestling.
The best thing to do is to go on our website, animepodcasterreincarnation.com, and you'll find a link up there to our social links page, where you can find all of the various social media that we are on. Only really 2 of which are we actively on, which would be Blue Sky and, of course, the Discord, which is the best place to come and hang out and chat with us.
But we also learned recently we have comments on Spotify.
Yeah, apparently.
There was one at least.
And then, obviously the YouTube comments, I do check those at least once a week. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
But also just come to our Discord to talk to us.
Yeah,
Don't comment on those things.
The best way.
I'll think you're a bot.
But you can also find a link up there to our Patreon, where our supporters get perks like getting the high-quality stereo version of the podcast early, as well as bonus episodes. Lots of good stuff. You should definitely check that out.
And sometimes the ability to determine what we cover.
Yeah. But speaking of patrons, I got something extra special today.
Ooh.
So I want to tell you guys a little story.
I'm strapped in.
In a distant land, so distant that travel to it means crossing the boundary between worlds, there was a kingdom. This kingdom was not large, but its people were proud and of courageous hearts. Within the kingdom's long history, there were times of peace and times of upheaval. We join its story now, and whether it be a story of peace or a story of upheaval is to be seen. The inner palace was buzzing with excitement. Deliveries were flying in from all over, filling the storerooms and causing traffic all about. It was a time for celebration, as, for the first time since anyone could remember, there would be a change in the royalty. For an age in the kingdom, there had been no king. In the royalty's stead, the church guided the kingdom while keeping the traditions alive. As the church had a direct line to the gods, they were able to keep the kingdom in peace. Even so, everyone in the kingdom yearned for a figurehead, not because of some desire for subjugation, but because every large group needs a mascot. And now it could be happening. Soon, a ceremony would be held, and the newly announced Crown Prince Slimy Okra would be presented. The ceremony would be grand, with nobles from all across the kingdom traveling to the capital. After all the pomp and circumstance, the music would begin. The compositions had been carefully chosen, and even now, the orchestra could be heard practicing.
Oh, goodness.
But outside, down in the capital streets, as the procession of nobles passed the gatehouse, There was a buzz. From the far border territories, the Marquis, Sir Cakedwarf, had just been announced. His own fanfare echoed over the crowd, even with the din of chatter.
Da 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 da.
Little did even the wise Marquis know that today's ceremony would be memorable. Not because of the long-awaited crowning, but because of surprises yet unknown. The rest of the preparations passed with little friction. The banners hung, the candles lit, and now the guests seated. Even the commoners were able to attend the momentous event. As a kingdom of merit, the commoners were able to gain their own achievements, and as such, some were well known. A rising star, Laura Carroll, sat in anticipation, unaware of the chaos that would ensue. The lovely Rena, longtime friend of the church and candidate to be proclaimed saint, was obviously seated in a prominent position. Even the man known as the last man on earth was there, in spite of many other men in attendance. Many looked around the hall, though, in confusion. There was one notable absence in the seats near the front, filled with nobles and high-ranking officials. They were searching to find a glimpse of the famous mathematician and count imaginary numeral. His chair, empty, ordained appropriately for his station, seemed at this moment to be somewhat dull and lacking luster. As the priest stood to begin the ceremony, the soon-to-be presented crown prince eagerly puffing his chest in pride, the hall suddenly fell eerily silent. A low sound from down the corridor began to grow louder as the attendees looked amongst themselves in confusion. This wasn't on the itinerary. The sound grew louder until it focused into a fever pitch, and through the doors strode two figures, one close behind the other, with the marching band causing the cacophony a dozen paces behind. The smaller figure stepped forward and unrolled a parchment before beginning a proclamation. As the preeminent recorder and keeper notary, I hereby present the newly discovered Archduke imaginary numeral.
Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Fred, did you write all that?
Of course.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're not doing that every week, though, right?
No, that's
okay. I'm glad
that's
to
a special one.
I'm glad that you worked all the patrons, and that was really fun.
I'll probably continue the story at some point, but that's not going to be an every week thing.
Yeah.
But thank you very much to all of our patrons.
Yes, thank you, patrons. Thank you, Brad, for doing that. Thank you, special guest star B.
Oh yeah, that's me. I was here.
You were. Thank you to everybody for listening. Make sure you listen to all the podcasts on our feed. And as we've learned, for me, the best way to end anything is with a German suplex. Come on, Brad. Come on, Brad.
No.
Get ready for an atomic brainbuster from space, brother. This is Alien Headbutt. Dig it. Okay, I'm going to do one more run at that then, now that we're all settled in, and hopefully my throat continues to give me oxygen.
Do we maybe want to start getting away from brother?
What? He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. It's claimed
He's
back
dead.
now.
It's fine.
He's still a piece of shit.
It's mockingly.
Look, right, this is what the Nazis learned. Hitler's dead now, so they're all allowed to steal his
Oh,
bits.
fuck! No! No brother business. I've also been listening to people
Brother
reviewing...
was also Brandy Savage, though. Like, he had it
Yeah,
too.
I know, but I also... I mean, that's the dig it was at the end, so...
Except, okay, but if you're
I'll do
doing
the
Randy
dig it at
Savage,
the
you have
end.
to Randy Savage was more like brother.
Well, no, because I did him
His was longer.
earlier, but that'll be next week. But no, I got it. I'm gonna do it again. I'm just gonna end with the dig it. Whose Discord was that?
I think that was mine.
Okay. I know your laptop, despite muting, is very likes to make noise.
I don't know if I can,
You could close Discord.
but then I won't have Discord open.
Why do you need Discord right now? Everybody who matters is either here or on Riverside. Or on your watch. Just to be clear about your family for a second before I... You should hit the marker button when we're done with this, because this needs to get cut.
Oh no, this is essential listening.
No,
We're not
please.
thinking about how hard it is to close apps because you need to be connected to everything. Ugh.
Brad, are you trying to not close Discord?
Try me.
Hit the marker button.
Why?
Remember to remove all this dead air that nothing happened in.
You're just all like, we got a fancy new feature we gotta use.
Yeah, otherwise I'll just scream and I'll auditorily make the marker. This will be nicer on your ears later.
Okay, before
Yeah, get in.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to derail this because before we get into this, I definitely hear
Yes,
you
I also
echoing
do.
somewhere.
Yes.
And I'd really like to figure that out.
Okay, let's-
Before we do the whole rest of this episode, and I need to individually like.
Yep. Let's figure it out now. Can we speak or should we be quiet?
I feel like you should be speaking, obviously, surely, if it's you that's being heard.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, good point. But I didn't know if it needs to be... I also hear it. It's like an echo. I'm assuming it's on your end. How, I don't know.
No, if anything, everything's incredibly clear now. So yeah, it must be me somehow.
Yes. Yep, I can hear it. On a delay. Brad, can you hear it on the delay? Yeah.
Hold on. Try now.
Hello, I'm speaking and talking.
That feels too loud to be like,
Coming through headphones.
Coming through the headphones.
Let me just take them off again for a second.
Am I somehow coming through both your headphones
Gotta
and
be
your
coming
computer,
from
but really
somewhere else
quietly?
as well. Hold on.
The call is coming from inside the house. Oh, no, it's still there, but it's quieter. I know, it's hard because it's like I have to wait for my own echo.
Coming out of the controller.
What?
Had a PS5 controller.
Oh,
You know, they have this.
yeah. The fuck is this?
I've reduced everything down, so in theory, it should only be coming out of these. All I can think is if the sound's somehow coming out of it. I don't know, well, I was thinking, like, was it coming out of some other part of it, but
Yeah.
apparently not.
I can still hear it.
but it's lower.
Yeah.
Ooh. Talk.
Ooh. Talking and speaking. Speaking and talking. Still happening at the same audio level.
Where's that coming from? I've turned the volume off.
What? That's not. Then where? It's. Wait, if you can't. Where do you hear me? The call's coming from. It's an alien. It's a headbutt, brother.
That doesn't make any sense.
This doesn't make any sense. Secret second speaker. Because if the headphones move and the headphones are bleeding, then the sound should change when the headphones are in different places in relation to the mic. But it's the same.
Does your monitor have
A speaker.
speaker in it?
I mean, it doesn't think I've disabled everything except for this.
But it wasn't doing it there for a second.
Whatever you did, it stopped. But also maybe it was just because you turned everything off.
Okay,
I don't
I
know.
have another solution. Bear with me.
Yeah, totally cool. Totally chill.
I need to like get down on the floor, which means you're going to see that I'm also wearing dark bottoms.
Of course.
Yes. Why wouldn't you
Yeah.
coordinate?
Duck bottom girls, they make the rocket
Not
world.
where I thought you were going, but okay.
Okay, yeah.
A second pair.
I'm talking and I'm speaking?
No,
It's still
this is where
echoing.
the sound's coming out.
Where?
A second pair. I think they're on a splitter.
What? What do you mean a
They're
second?
They're hooked into the same port.
The second head. Oh, because of dual. Oh.
So embarrassing. That should solve it.
Well, that makes sense at
I
least.
can't believe you watch things with your wife on two pairs of headphones. Creep. No. Wow.
Oh, I need to redo my hair. Hold on. This is good audio content.
Wow. What a journey. I'm glad we found a solution and it wasn't just ghosts.
Yeah, I'm glad I was like, we got to figure
I'm
this
glad you did too, because anything after this would have been a lot more complicated. At least the summary is mostly me talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
That's nuts.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That was insane. No, I'm just glad we figured it out because it was just like because it was the moment where it's like you're moving the headphones around. If it's the headphones bleed, the sound you're like they're getting further and closer to the microphone. The echo should be different volumes, and it just wasn't.
I was going insane because I was adjusting the volume as well, but obviously the master volume's still at like 100.
Didn't matter.
So it's still blasting down by my feet.
The call was coming from inside the house, inside the coat rack.
This explains a lot about these
what?
Discord calls.
I think there was even more going on than just the echo because the sound is less now
Also,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
I think-
you were getting the entire sound of the computer because that's
Yeah.
where those headphones were.
Yes. Wow. What a journey. What an adventure.
That's crazy.
Oh
Are
my
we
gosh.
ready to dive back in then?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's
So
talk
you-
about the
you
wrestle
settle
comic,
back in?
please.
I'm glad you're having fun.
This is two banger tunes.
I don't know what's coming at me, so... Well, this last one's going to be a humdinger, I'm sure, because I don't know what it is. I have to end this show.
Yeah.
I haven't been thinking about that.
I assumed it was over this whole time.
No, I have to do the
Even the
back to-
Patreon bit, that was just hanging out.
Go back to thank you, Brad.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you, Brad, for that. Thank you, all of our patrons. Thank you, special guest star B. Yay! Thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure you listen to all the podcasts on our feed. And that's the thing. I was too busy thinking about other things to think about the ending. The classic ending of Screaming. Put in that bone break noise that I sent you from No Mercy. The
Which I didn't end up using.
You did. Your
because-
cracks were really good. But
Yeah.
put this one in here because it's wrestling themed. It's more fitting.